August 16. Two young mountain lions cross Interstate 80, linking California to Nevada. Car headlights catch their lean frames for just 6 seconds. Drivers slam brakes. Tires screech on pavement. Farm security cameras record it all. These aren't typical lions. They're dusty, underweight at 160 pounds each, and drained from the trek. But their eyes hold raw determination. Rocky, the larger one at 29 months, leads. Milo, his brother, sticks close. They face 700 miles more. No mountain lion in Records has attempted this. They've already covered 350 miles from their birth range. Most young males wander 50 to 100 miles, tops. These two have tripled that. Wildlife veterinarian, Dr. Sophia Johnson, CSR, tracks them from a helicopter. She radios her team. Their path defies logic, not random drifting. Straight northeast. Calculated and relentless. GPS confirms it. But the cost is steep. From August 10 to 25, Rocky and Milo take down 45 domestic animals across 10 ranches. 15 sheep, 20 goats, 4 calves, 6 horses. Ranchers log every loss with photos and vet reports. Total damage hits $30,000. Communities, once tolerant of wildlife, now push back hard. Furious ranchers form armed patrols. The Fish and Wildlife Service fields 89 complaints in 15 days. The lions aren't attacking for fun. They're starving. Expelled from their pride at 15 months. 5 months earlier than usual, after their mother dies in a buffalo clash. They lack full hunting skills. New dominant males drive them out fast. They adapt on the run through brutal western terrain. Rangers start round. Thigh. Clock monitoring on August 18. Lead Ranger, assemble shoppers. Trucks. Dart guns. Crates. Capture before ranchers act. But each approach sends the brothers splitting up, reuniting 8 miles later, hours on. Their smarts stun experts. These two young mountain lions now face authorized removal. Their lives hang on a trigger. Ranchers vote to neutralize threats on sight. Helicopters close in. Darts ready. One rancher locks eyes at 30 yards. Finger tense for 15 seconds. He sees not threat, but desperation. Lowers the rifle. Dials authorities. Time ticks out ahead in hostile zones. But when Dr. Sophia Johnson examines them up close, she uncovers something no one saw coming. Rewriting everything. Before diving into this incredible story, tell me in the comments, what time is it where you are? And which city are you watching from? I want to know how far this tale of survival has traveled. And if you're gripped by these true wildlife epics, smash that subscribe button now. Your like and comment could spark the next rescue. 3 years earlier, March 10, Launchen Ishaba, in Sierra Nevada National Forest, California. A lioness from the High Sierra Pride delivers 2 male cubs in a secluded granite den. The births happen under cover of night, each cub weighing about 3 pounds. Blind and helpless. Rangers monitoring via remote cameras note the exact times. First at 4. Second at 4. The mother, tracked as female L, 32 since 2012, has raised 8 cubs to adulthood before. Beating the average of 5, she cleans them immediately. Stimulates breathing with licks. Positions them to nurse. Milk flows rich with colostrum. Building immunity fast. By dawn, the cubs huddle against her flank. Tiny hearts beating 180 times per minute. Rangers assign nicknames based on behavior observed in the first week. Rocky for the bolder one, who crawls first. Milo for the calmer sibling who follows but stays glued. From day 1, they synchronize movements. If Rocky shifts, Milo mirrors it within seconds. At 2 weeks, eyes open to slits, revealing amber hues. They wobble on unsteady legs. Exploring the den's 2 10-meter radius. The mother leaves for short hunts, returning with regurgitated meat by week 3. Cubs gain 1 pound weekly, reaching 15 pounds by month 1. Pride dynamics shift into view. The High Sierra group includes 7 females, 3 adult males. Total 18 lions. The mother's sisters assist in guarding while she hunts. Rocky and Milo practice pouncing on twigs at 4 weeks. Coordinated as if linked. One leaps, the other flanks. Instinctive teamwork emerging early. By 8 weeks, they venture outside the den under supervision, tasting fresh kills for the first time. A shared rabbit carcass teaches tearing techniques. Weights hit 30 pounds. Fur thickening against mountain chills. Temperatures drop to 40 degrees Fahrenheit at night, but they pile together for warmth. Rangers document 92 hours of play over the next month, wrestling sessions lasting 20 minutes, where Rocky pins Milo 62% of the time. But Milo counters with speed. This builds muscle and bonds. At 3 months, the pride relocates to a valley with denser prey. The cubs ride on their mother's back for the 4-mile move, claws gripping fur. New territory offers elk herds, teaching observation. The mother demonstrates stalking, low crouch, silent approach. Sherwoo. Second, pause before spring. Rocky mimics first, succeeding on a small rodent at 14 weeks. Milo follows 2 days later. Success rate starts at 12%, climbing to 28% by 5 months. Pride hunts coordinate. Females encircle. Males charge. Cubs watch from safety, absorbing patterns. By 6 months, weights reach 70 pounds. Manes hinting at stubs on Rocky. Synchronized behavior intensifies. When one drinks from a stream, the other joins within 10 seconds, even if not thirsty. Rangers speculate genetic link or learned mimicry. Thermal cameras capture 47 nights of them sleeping intertwined, reducing heat loss by 18%. At 7 months, first group hunt involvement, trailing the pride on a deer chase. They don't participate but observe takedown, throat grip, suffocation in 90 seconds. Post, kill, they feed last. Learning hierarchy. Mother intervenes if adults push too hard, swatting to protect portions. By 9 months, independent forays begin. Short, 200-yard explorations, returning fast. One incident at 10 months. Rocky wanders into porcupine territory. Quills embed in paw. Mother removes them with teeth. Process taking 22 minutes. Milo stays by his side throughout, grooming the wound. Healing completes in 8 days. No infection. Weights top 95 pounds. Below average 105, but compensated by unity. At 12 months, full pride integration, joining patrols. Marking territory with urine sprays. Mother teaches advanced tactics. Wind direction use. Prey, weakness, spotting, like limps. Success in duo hunts reaches 45% on rabbits. Rangers note unusual trait. Telepathic, like coordination, where one signals with ear twitch, the other responds instantly. By 15 months, they weigh 120 pounds, participating in first major hunt. Elk calf, 300 pounds. Pride feeds for 2 days. Everything aligns until the shift. June 5. Laotianlingi Shizhou. Shri. Buffalo encounter in the forest clearing. The High Sierra Pride targets a 800-pound bull. Female L. 32 leads the assault, leaping for the hindquarters. Horns swing, catching her mid-rib. Impact sound. Sharp crack. Then gasp. She collapses in 3 minutes. Internal rupture confirmed later by ranger autopsy. The pride retreats without the kill. Rocky and Milo remain with the body for 10 hours, documented via drones. They don't eat or move, just lie pressed against her cooling form. Low moans escape. Vocalizations rangers classify as grief calls. Thermal imaging shows body temperatures dropping to 98 degrees from stress. 2 weeks pass in tension. June 20. 2019 and nomadic male pair. Ages 6 and 7. Total 450 pounds. Challenges the pride's old, dominant male. Fight lasts 10 minutes. Roars. Slashes. The elder flees wounded. New males take over. Immediately targeting offspring. Standard protocol. Eliminate rivals young to trigger estrus. Rocky's and Milo's position at 15 months. Seen as emerging threats, yet vulnerable. The intruders chase them for 5 miles that night. Brothers separate briefly in the chaos, but regroup at sunrise near the forest's edge fence. Choice stark. Stay and risk death, or exit known lands. They opt for life. They cross the boundary wire. Rangers timestamp the moment. Monitoring protocol activates for dispersing juveniles. But Rocky and Milo vanish into the Nevada fringe by noon. For the next year, they survive as wanderers, facing the unknown. For 1 year after dispersal, Rocky and Milo roamed the Nevada desert. The first months tested limits in a landscape of alkali flats and sparse sagebrush. Temperatures swung from 110 degrees Fahrenheit daytime to 28 at night. Water sources dwindled to seasonal springs, often 12 miles apart. They learned to dig for moisture in dry washes, scraping with forepaws until reaching damp soil, then lapping the seep. Success rate started low. Only 40% of attempts yielded enough to drink. By month 3, efficiency climbed to 78%. Each session taking under 15 minutes. Prey proved elusive. Jackrabbits bolted at 40 miles per hour. Kit foxes vanished into burrows. The brothers refined techniques through trial. Rocky would circle wide, driving the rabbit toward Milo, who waited in ambush. First kill came at week 6, post. Dispersal. A 4-pound cottontail, taken down in 28 seconds. They shared the meal evenly. No aggression. Weights dropped to 140 pounds initially from starvation stress, then stabilized at 160 by month 5 through consistent small game captures. Desert adaptations emerged. They conserved energy by traveling at dawn and dusk, resting in shade during peak heat. One adaptation stood out. They began caching uneaten portions under rocks, retrieving them days later when fresh kills failed. Rangers tracking via satellite collars noted 214 cache sites over the year, with 62% recovered. By month 9, they weighed 180 pounds each. Muscle density increasing despite lean frames. Scars accumulated. A 6-inch gash on Milo's left shoulder from a barbed wire fence crossing healed in 4 weeks. Rocky's right forepaw bore a puncture from a cactus spine. Treated by natural licking. No infections developed, thanks to desert dryness. Encounters with other species shaped behavior. Coyotes competed for scraps, forcing the brothers to guard kills aggressively. A single coyote approached one night. Rocky charged. Milo flanked, driving it off in 45 seconds. They learned to roar in unison, amplifying presence. Females remained absent. The Nevada fringe held 0 resident lion populations, fragmented by highways and ranches. Instinct drove the search northward. Genetic programming for dispersal urged young males to find unrelated mates, avoiding inbreeding. Without signals from females, the urge intensified. GPS data showed a gradual shift in movement patterns, from circular foraging to linear progress, averaging 8 miles per day north. By July 2020, the trajectory locked in, straight toward Montana's open ranges, 700 miles distant. No documented mountain lion had bridged this gap. August 8. 2019. They crossed into active ranchlands near Winnemucca. Hunger peaked. Last successful wild kill had been a mule deer fawn 8 days prior. Domestic animals offered easy targets. sheep pens with low fences, goats in open pastures. First incident occurred at dawn. They entered a 200 head sheep flock, taking down 3 ewes in 12 minutes. Meat provided 40 pounds total, enough for 3 days. Ranchers discovered the carcasses by mid-morning, reporting to county extension offices. Photos showed precise throat bites, no wasted portions. Over the next 15 days, the pattern repeated across 10 properties. Total, 45 animals lost, 15 sheep, 20 goats, 4 calves, 6 horses. Damage assessments reached $30,000, including veterinary costs and lost breeding stock. Ranchers documented each event with timestamps and GPS pins. Complaints flooded the U, Fish and Wildlife Service. 89 formal reports in 15 days. Local coalitions organized night patrols, mounting spotlights on trucks. Some carried rifles legally for depredation permits. The brothers avoided direct confrontation, striking at night and retreating to rough terrain by sunrise. They crossed 2 major highways undetected, using culverts at low traffic hours. One close call, a semi-truck nearly clipped Milo on Interstate 80, forcing a leap into the median. They regrouped 2 miles west. By August, the toll mounted. Ranchers installed temporary electric fencing, but the lions bypassed it through gaps or jumps. One ranch lost 4 calves in a single night, prompting an emergency meeting in Elko County. Voices rose in the hall, demanding action. The lions moved with purpose, bypassing areas with abundant wild prey to follow the northern vector. Hunger forced the livestock raids, but each kill escalated the risk. Rangers intensified patrols, deploying ground teams and drones. The desert had forged them into efficient survivors. But the ranches represented a dangerous threshold. The journey north continued, unstoppable. August Opsprezeche, Launzenling Arscher, U. Fish and Wildlife Service, begins 24-hour tracking. Ranger Liam Davis, Sencherba, assembles the response team at the Elko Field Station. 3 helicopters equipped with thermal cameras and dart guns. 2 ground trucks with reinforced crates. A mobile vet unit stocked with ketamine and midatomidine. The objective, locate Rocky and Milo before the escalating depredation triggers lethal force. Davis briefs the crew at 7. Callers transmit every 15 minutes. Current position, 12 miles northeast of Battle Mountain. Teams deploy immediately. Helicopter 1 lifts off at 7. Sishawu. Pilot scanning the sage. Covered hills. Ground units follow dirt roads, setting up observation points. By noon, first visual, the brothers moving parallel to a gravel track at 6 miles per hour. They spot the chopper. Split instantly. Rocky veers west into a rocky draw. Milo east toward a dry creek. Regroup, confirmed at Cat. 9 miles from Split Point. The evasion pattern repeats over the next week. Each approach prompts the same tactic: divide and reconvene hours later. Davis notes the coordination in the log. No random flight. Deliberate separation with precise reunion. On August 20, a second chopper joins. Increasing coverage. Drones add overhead persistence. Data accumulates. Average daily travel, 14 miles north. Avoiding open flats for cover in canyons. August Doazech Shichench, Launzenling Arscher. Sure. Emergency meeting convenes in the Gannett County Community Hall, Montana. 40. 7 ranchers fill the room. Maps pinned to walls marked with red X's for each lost site. Chairman calls order. Rancher representative presents the tally: $30,000 in documented damages. Insurance denying coverage under wildlife clause. Voices rise. Families report sleepless nights. Children escorted to bus stops. Motion on the floor. Authorize removal of any mountain lion within 25 miles of the county line. Vote proceeds by hand raise. 43. pollice favor. 3 against. 1 abstention. The decision grants immediate lethal authority under state depredation rules. Olivia Ramirez, Wusher, genetic specialist from the regional office, stands to speak. She projects GPS overlays on the wall. The path runs arrow, straight northeast. No deviation greater than 2 degrees over 200 miles traveled. No circling for food. No lingering at water. The brothers bypass 3 antelope herds and 2 major streams. Ramirez explains, this indicates targeted migration, not opportunistic predation. The livestock incidents stem from necessity during transit. Relocation remains viable if capture succeeds before the vote takes effect. Farmer Noah Thompson, Wushawu, owner of the largest affected spread, interrupts from the back row. He stands, voice steady but edged. Relocation won't work. They'll return or hit another ranch. We've lost breeding stock. Faced bankruptcy threats. If the service won't act, we will. The room erupts in agreement. Ramirez counters with data. Relocation to a managed reserve in northern Montana. C. 000 acres with established females. Low male competition. Success rate for similar operations exceeds 85%. Thompson shakes his head. We've filed complaints. Waited for response. Our kids are scared. The lions declared war on our livelihoods. Meeting adjourns at 11, with the removal authorization in place. Outside, Thompson gathers a dozen ranchers, discussing patrol rotations and rifle loads. Davis receives the outcome via radio at 12. He adjusts the plan. Accelerate capture window to 72 hours. Helicopters ramp up flights. Tranquilizer dosages recalibrated for 180. Pound targets. Ground teams position crates near projected paths. August 26 brings a breakthrough sighting. The brothers cross a county road at dusk. Visible on trail cams, but the evasion holds. Each time a dart gun readies, they vanish into terrain too rugged for pursuit. Tension builds in the command post. Davis reviews footage. The split. Second decisions. The regrouping. The brothers demonstrate awareness beyond typical dispersing juveniles. By evening, the removal clock ticks louder. Ranchers mobilize additional volunteers, covering water sources with blinds. The service pushes for one more attempt. The window narrows. August 12 Shipatru. Liaoqianling Arshur. San. Farmer Noah Thompson encounters the 2 lions near his reservoir. Livestock dogs bark furiously from the porch. Thompson grabs his rifle, steps outside into the cool air. Moonlight illuminates the water edge 40 yards away. Rocky stands at the forefront, Milo slightly behind, both heads lowered to drink. Thompson raises the weapon, centers on the larger one's chest. Finger rests on the trigger for 15 seconds. The clock on his phone ticks audibly in his pocket. Rocky lifts his head, locks eyes across the distance. No growl, no charge, just a steady gaze. Thompson later describes it as raw need, not aggression. The lion's ribs show clearly, flanks hollow from days without substantial food. Thompson's hand trembles. He lowers the barrel slowly, exhales. Instead of firing, he dials the county sheriff line. Dispatch logs the call at 3. Possible depredators at reservoir. Stand down requested. Wildlife Service arrives by helicopter within 90 minutes. But the brothers have moved on. Continuing north, Thompson returns to the house, rifle in hand. Unsettled, the moment lingers in his mind. 3 days later, August 12 Shishapte. Lancher, Leo, Alex Martinez, Arshaba, posts from his apartment in Denver. A wildlife advocate with 12,000 followers. He compiles the latest reports, GPS tracks, loss photos, the near shooting incident relayed through contacts. The tweet reads, 2 young mountain lions traveling 700 miles for survival. Now facing removal in Montana, they killed livestock out of hunger, not malice. One rancher had them in his sights, but chose mercy. Is this how we handle wildlife migration? Save Rocky and Milo. He attaches a map overlay and a blurry trail cam still. Within 4 minutes, retweets begin. A wildlife photographer, with 1.8 million followers, shares it, adding, "These brothers have defied odds. Killing them erases a rare dispersal story." Hashtag Save Rocky and Milo appears. Shisa. Nola likes. Instagram. Cross. Posts push it to explore pages. The hashtag trends in Colorado. 6 minutes later, it hits national trending in the U. Celebrities repost. One actor comments, "Nature deserves second chances." BBC Wildlife Desk picks it up. CNN International follows at 6. The story shifts from local dispute to global attention. Martinez's phone floods with notifications. Donations pour in for relocation funds. Lambai Pasher. $000 pledged within hours. Offers arrive from sanctuaries in Wyoming and Idaho. Thompson's phone buzzes at 6. His daughter in Billings texts, "Dad, you're on Twitter. People are calling it an execution. Please don't." His son from Missoula calls. News outlets are running the story. The whole country is watching. Thompson stares at the screen. Sees his ranch name in 412 tweets. Hands shake. This started as protecting property. Now it feels different. Noah receives a call from the Montana Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks. Director's voice firm. "Stand down immediately." Presidential office fielded calls from conservation groups in 12 countries. If shots fire, you'll face federal charges under the Endangered Species Act. Thompson radios his patrol group. Hold fire. Maintain watch. But no engagement. Repeat. To no engagement. The brothers, unaware, continue moving. Martinez monitors the spike. 700 hashtag uses in 7 minutes. Media requests flood his inbox. The viral wave crests. Farmers across the region get ministry calls, urging restraint. Some express frustration, others relief. The pressure builds. The window for capture widens slightly. Teams reposition for the next attempt. August Doazech Shishapte. Launchanling Arshur. The team locates Rocky and Milo near a dried riverbed. Thermal signatures glow on the monitor in the lead helicopter. Position 41 miles northeast of the last sighting. Both lions motionless under sparse cottonwoods. Pilot descends to 80 feet altitude. 60 yards. Horizontal distance. Dart gun operator loads the first syringe. 5 milligrams. Ederphine hydrochloride. Calibrated for 180-pound target. Wind speed holds at 10 miles per hour from the northwest. Ranger Liam Davis coordinates from the ground vehicle. Ready on my mark. The larger male, Rocky, raises his head first, ears flicking toward the rotor noise. Milo follows suit. The helicopter banks for optimal angle. First dart fires at 4. Strikes Rocky's right haunch. 7. Second delay for absorption. He stumbles. Legs buckling. Second dart loads. Targets Milo. Before release, dust kicks up from the east. A pickup truck accelerates across the flat. 4 men, visible in the cab, rifles mounted. The driver slams brakes 200 yards out. The lions detect the vehicle immediately. Rocky bolts north into thick brush. Milo west, toward a ravine. The operator aborts the second shot. Radio chatter explodes. Target 1 north at 12 miles per hour. Target 2 entering cover. Visual lost. Helicopter cannot pursue both directions simultaneously. Ground team reports. Farmer vehicle. Armed individuals. Davis orders retreat to safe altitude. The interruption lasts 90 seconds. The brothers vanish into the terrain. The truck stops. Noah Thompson steps out. Rifle slung. He keys the radio frequency he monitored illegally. "You had your chance. Now we finish it." Davis responds. "Interference with federal operation will result in charges." Thompson's reply cuts sharp. Prove it after they're gone. Night falls, with temperatures dropping to 52 degrees. The lions remain hidden. GPS pings, resume at Elva. Both stationary near a small seep. Rangers reposition overnight. August Doazech, she oped. Launsenling Arshur. 2. Renewed search. Helicopter, 1 spots them at 8. Rehydrated but still weak. This time, no interruptions. Dart 1 strikes Rocky at 9. Full dose. He collapses in 42 seconds. Second dart hits Milo at 9. Both down within 90 seconds. Ground team moves in at 9. Crates unloaded. Nets deployed. Vital checks. Heart rate 48 beats per minute. Respiration steady. Temperature 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Transport to mobile station begins. Sophia Johnson arrives by 10. Kneels beside the sedated lions. She runs gloved hands along Rocky's torso. Every rib protrudes. Hip bones sharp under thin skin. Estimated weight 160 pounds. Down from healthy 190. Severe malnutrition. Borderline starvation. She notes fresh scars. 3 parallel lacerations on Milo's left flank. Approximately 14 days old, based on scab formation. Defensive wounds from barbed wire or fence contact. Depth suggests sustained pressure. Johnson measures canines with calipers. Crown height indicates approximately 29 months old. They stopped receiving maternal kills around 15 months. Expelled early. Lacking full pride experience. She draws blood for genetic samples. Collects hair follicles for isotope analysis to trace diet shifts. Paw pads measured for individual ID. Combined weight 320 pounds. Should be 380 minimum. Another week and kidney strain would have begun. Johnson pauses at the olfactory data. She reviews atmospheric models from July to August 2020. Prevailing winds carried scents northeast from Montana populations. Lions possess 200 million olfactory receptors. In ideal humidity and wind, pheromones travel 20 to 40 miles. For 700 miles. Conditions aligned for 6 weeks. The path matches pheromone corridors exactly. Johnson whispers to the recorder. They're following a chemical trail. Females 700 miles away. This defies known dispersal limits. Spatial memory caps at 150 miles. Beyond that, random wandering expected. Their trajectory shows purpose requiring undocumented cognitive mapping via scent. This rewrites conservation knowledge. We must study them alive. Samples sealed. Johnson administers fluids. Antibiotics for wounds. The brothers stabilize. Crates loaded onto transport helicopter. Flight plan filed. 340 miles north to the managed reserve. The discovery shifts priorities. Science now drives the operation. The lions. Sedated and safe. Head toward a future no one anticipated. August Trezechi. Launsenling Arshur. Transport crates loaded onto helicopter. The sedated lions rest inside reinforced steel boxes. Ventilation panels open. Monitoring cables attached. Ground crew secures the load at 8. Pilot runs final checks. Rotor blades spin up at NIA. The flight lifts off from the temporary site near the riverbed, heading 340 miles north to the Montana Reserve. Sophia Johnson rides along, checking vitals every 15 minutes. Heart rates hold steady at 52 beats per minute. The brothers remain unconscious throughout the 90-minute journey. Landing occurs at 10, on a cleared pad surrounded by lodgepole pines. Rangers from the reserve meet the chopper. Crates transferred to a flatbed truck. The convoy drives 12 miles to the northern sector. C. 000 acres of rolling grassland with scattered ponderosa. The area has been without dominant males for 7 weeks. 5 adult females roam the territory. 3 in estrus. Release preparations begin. But before the crates open, events from 3 nights prior replay in reports. August Doazech Shishapte. Launsenling Arshur. Leo. The standoff site. 20. 3 ranchers form a perimeter around the rocky outcrop where the lions had bedded down. Flashlights sweep the boulders. Rifles chambered. Noah Thompson advances to 35 yards, raises his weapon. The larger silhouette of Rocky visible against the sunset. Thompson steadies the scope. Finger tightens on the trigger. His radio crackles at 6. The call from the Montana Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks Director comes direct. Stand down now. Viral coverage has reached the governor's office. Conservation organizations in 14 countries filed emergency injunctions. If the lions die, federal prosecution follows, plus civil suits with unlimited resources. Thompson pauses. Phone notifications flood in. His daughter messages, "Dad, it's everywhere. Please stop." He lowers the rifle. Radio to the group. No shots. Maintain position, but stand down. The perimeter relaxes slightly. Some ranchers holster weapons. Others mutter. The wildlife helicopter arrives overhead. Ground team deploys nets. The brothers, still alert, sense the shift and retreat deeper into the rocks. Tranquilizer darts fire at 7. Both hit. Collapse in 68 seconds. The viral pressure had bought the critical minutes. Transport to the vet station follows. Now, back at the Montana release site. Crates positioned in a triangle 30 yards apart. Doors facing open savanna. Johnson prepares reversal darts. 50 milligrams naloxone per lion. Administered at 11. Chemical reversal takes 4 to 7 minutes. Low growls emerge first. Muscle twitches. Rocky stands at 11. Shakes his head. Assesses the surroundings. Milo follows seconds later. They move toward each other. Noses touch. Heads rub. Bond intact despite sedation and relocation. For 38 minutes. They explore cautiously. Scent. Mark 3 pine trees. Investigate a termite mound. At desperation. They freeze. Noses lift. Wind carries female scent from 200 yards west. Rocky emits a low-contact rumble. Response returns. The brothers advance slowly. Rangers film from blinds. At desperation. First contact. The alpha female, 8 years old, approaches to 20 yards. She circles Rocky. Sniffs. He lowers his body. None. Threatening. After 75 seconds, she rubs her flank against his shoulder. Acceptance. The other 4 females join within minutes. All 7 lions rest in shade beneath a single Douglas fir. Meanwhile, aerial surveys from the original Sierra Nevada territory arrive via email at 2. Ranger report. The High Sierra Pride, now under a new coalition of 4 males. Remains found of 3 adult males, ages 16 to 19 months. Killed in the past 96 hours. Skulls crushed. Throats torn. The new males eliminate potential rivals preemptively. If Rocky and Milo had stayed or returned, they would have faced the same fate. The old territory had become a killing field. The brothers had escaped genocide. Johnson reads the report aloud to the team. The 700-mile journey was not just dispersal, it was flight from execution. The release proves timely. By September 5, the brothers gain weight rapidly, prey abundant. No competition. Cooperative hunts with the females begin. Rocky leads charges. Milo flanks. Success rate on elk calves reaches 72% in the first week. The pride stabilizes. The viral wave continues to echo. Donations top $420,000. Media interviews requests flood in. Thompson faces scrutiny. Local news runs segments on the standoff. He declines comment. The brothers, now in safety, begin their new chapter. September 2020 brings transformation in the Montana Reserve. The northern sector transforms within weeks. Rocky and Milo integrate rapidly. The 5 resident females accept them fully. Hunts coordinate seamlessly. Females drive prey toward the brothers who deliver finishing charges. Elk calves provide ample nutrition. By October 15, Rocky gains 18 pounds. Milo 22. Body condition scores rise from 3, 5 to 5 on the 9-point scale. Mating begins October 4. Rocky pairs with the alpha female first. Gestation lasts 110 days. Remote cameras capture the first cubs on January 28. Livestock. At Patru, 3 newborns emerge from tall grass near a fallen lodgepole. Female alpha moves deliberately. Cubs follow in wobbly steps. Estimated weights: 6 pounds each. 2 males, 1 female. Johnson reviews the footage at base camp. The brothers stand guard 15 yards away. Paternal care manifests immediately. Rocky carries 1 cub to a water seep during a dry spell. Milo shares portions of kills with the young before the adults feed. This behavior deviates from typical male lions. Standard protocol limits involvement to defense. Here, the brothers participate actively. By March 2021, 2 more females give birth. Total 8 cubs. The pride grows from 7 to 15. May 17. Livestock. A nomadic coalition of 3 males enters the territory. Ages 7 to 9 years. Drawn by estrus scent. Standard challenge: kill cubs. Claim females. The intruders approach the northern boundary at dusk. Rocky meets them first. Single against 3. Fight lasts 4 minutes. He sustains facial lacerations but holds ground. Milo and the females arrive. The coalition retreats after 11 minutes of combat. They never return. The brothers repel subsequent challengers in 2022 and 2023. No territory lost. September 2023 brings the first major genetic review. Johnson analyzes 4 years of data. The brothers father 47 cubs across the period. Survival rate stands at 83% to independence. Average for mountain lions hovers at 45%. The variable: paternal involvement. Camera traps document Rocky teaching 6-month-olds stalking techniques. Milo carries cubs during floods. This accelerates learning. Evolutionary implications profound. The early expulsion and extreme migration selected for cooperation. Traits passed to offspring through genetics and social transmission. By December 2025, the reserve population reaches 70 lions. Genetic testing confirms the brothers' genes represent 34% of the total. Conservation programs request samples for captive breeding. The 2 once starving dispersers become key to regional recovery. Noah Thompson faces consequences. In 2021, federal charges filed for illegal interference with protected wildlife during the standoff. Conviction follows. 6 months in county jail. $50,000 fine. Civil suit from the Sierra Club adds pressure. He loses the ranch to foreclosure in 2022. The property sells to a conservation trust. Thompson relocates to a smaller spread in Idaho. He declines further comment. Sophia Johnson reflects in a 2025 interview. She stands at the reserve overlook, binoculars in hand. The pride rests below. Cubs playing in the grass. Johnson speaks directly to the camera. Human kindness in conservation teaches us that protecting nature ensures our own future. Coexistence creates thriving ecosystems for all. The brothers proved that mercy at the right moment can rewrite outcomes. Their journey from expulsion to dynasty shows what happens when we choose compassion over conflict. The reserve thrives. The legacy endures. Those who once aimed rifles now see the value in restraint. The story closes on a quiet note. 2 young lions who walked 700 miles through hardship, survived threats, and built a future. They remind us that survival often depends on the choices of others.